Hi, my name is Marinelle Armstrong. I'm a master's student and research assistant at the University of Florida. I research fire. More specifically, I study how plant reproduction is affected by prescribed fires that occur during different seasons, like winter, spring, summer, and fall. The Florida Sunshine Standard that relates to my research asks to describe how plants respond to stimuli. The standard gives the example of the way that plant stems grow toward light and roots grow downwards in response to gravity. In my field of research, plants respond to fire, but in lots of different ways on many different scales. On an evolutionary scale, pine trees have evolved to survive frequent fire by growing tall and only maintaining branches that are high above the ground so that their leaves avoid damage from passing flames. They also have thick bark so that they can tolerate the flames that do reach the trunk of the tree. Plants like this are called pyrophilic, for love of fire. They are adapted to tolerate fire. Some oaks drop leaves with edges that are curved up, making them able to retain water for long periods of time. Fire is less likely to reach those oaks because of the moisture retained around the base of the tree by the specialized leaves. These plants are called pyrophobic, for fear of fire. These fire-adapted growth structures help the plants survive. They are adapted to keep fire away from them. Speaking in terms of how plants respond to fire in a single lifetime, understory plants respond to fire depending on whether they are reseeders or resprouters. Understory plants refer to any plant that exists very close to the ground. Pine and oak trees are overstory plants. Understory plants can include grasses, wildflowers, and other types of plants that spend their entire life near the forest floor. If an understory plant is a reseeder, it will produce seeds that survive fire, and then those surviving seeds will begin to grow after the fire has passed. Resprouters have energy reserved in their root systems underground that survive the fire. After the vegetation above ground is burned up by the fire, their underground root systems send up healthy new sprouts. These unique survival methods help the plants grow and reproduce. Depending on the season in which plants are burned, understory plants may have different reproductive responses. For example, they may produce more flowers after being burned in the summer, or they may produce seeds that are more likely to germinate and grow after winter burns. My research includes 6 understory plant species in areas that were burned in winter, spring, and summer. We are testing to see how being burned in different seasons affected the number of flowers that were produced, how many were vegetative, non-reproductive, or reproductive that season, and how many of their seeds germinate in a lab setting. We can better understand the adaptations and methods that these fire-adaptive plants have through careful observation and experimentation. This research is important because throughout the Southeast, many of our fire-adapted ecosystems have been degraded. And restoring these ecosystems often requires taking seeds from one location that's doing really well and dispersing them into an area that needs some help. If we can learn what season to burn to help these plants produce high quality seeds, then we can help restore these ecosystems back to their natural state faster, and also make sure that we are including all the plants that would naturally be in that ecosystem.